Hey, what's going on today, guys? We're going to talk a little Boulder Cup action here. This is from the tournament, so let's get started. We're going to jump right in with round one versus Kronos here. So I throw out my Marshtomp versus his Mawile. And so as you can see, I get a Mud Bomb off pretty early, which is one of the things I love about Marshtomp is it gets those Mud Bombs off super early, and that's one of the reasons why I led with it. Now obviously he used a shield there. I decided I'm not going to use a shield. That play rough did quite a bit to my Marshtomp. I was not expecting that, but I still am in a pretty good position. I can get out another Mud Bomb to the Skarmory as he brings it in. He uses his last shield, so I still have two shields. Now here's the problem. I've got a Breloom in the back, so I am definitely not bringing the Breloom against this Skarmory. It will get demolished. So here we go, kind of a mirror match here, except I have two shields and he has none, so I can definitely win this battle fairly easily. I'm going to take some damage, but I should be in a pretty good position after this. Now keep in mind all these battles are at 2x speed just to speed it up for y'all. So we're not just sitting here as we charge up moves and etc, etc. So there goes the Skarmory. It is down. Now I go up against Quagsire. I think Quagsire's an interesting choice here. It takes so long to get to an Earthquake or anything else. He has a Sludge Bomb on his. Interesting choice. I would not run a Sludge Bomb on just for this tournament. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have Sludge Bomb. It did do neutral damage, but I feel like there are better moves. So we win the first match. Let's go into the second one. I think I decided I'm gonna run the same team again. We'll see what he does. So here we go. He leads with Skarmory this time to change it up. I go with Silph, I believe, every time, and I am gonna shield up for the first time. That Skarmory does quite a bit of damage to Marshtomp because it is super effective. Versus me, I get off a Mud Bomb to see if I can get him, and I bait out the second shield with that Mud Bomb. And then now I can Surf with no issues, and I know I'm going to get off a ton of damage. He may take me out here with a Sky Attack. No, I get off another Surf, just enough, and I actually take it down with about 1 HP left. It looks like there's a sliver left. Now I'm going to bring out Skarmory. Watch what happens here. Look how quickly that Skarmory is taking down Breloom. It doesn't even get to its charge attack. It's fully charged now, and he has his Wish Cash, which actually bodes very well for me because I've got Breloom in the back still. So I hit a Sky Attack here. You lose my last shield, and he is down. I don't even get to the Breloom in the back. So we win the first round. Second round, here we go against Jay Riggin. He had a very interesting team composition here. You can see he brings out Nidoking. Everything I have is going to do super effective damage to it. So he uses his first shield there. We hit another Surf. Let's see. Okay, he did not, and he goes down for the count. My Mud Bomb is going to just devastate this. So he uses his last shield. I still have one shield left. As you can see, super effective damage to that, and then he brings out Metang there, and we're just gonna hit a Surf, which was actually the wrong play. But anyways, he goes down. Notice I only used one Pokemon. He wasn't able to hit any of those. What I noticed on his team is that he did not have a Breloom, so I actually brought my I brought Wish Cash and my Marshtomp, leading with my Marshtomp because I felt like that was the best lead that I had. He brings Nidoking again. Nidoking's an interesting choice here for this tournament. It does have ground moves. Unfortunately, Earthquake just takes forever to get to. He brings out Hitmonchan, which is a good choice here. I think that would have been a better lead for him actually. Because it can get off those punches fairly quickly, depending on what it has. I don't remember what it had now. So I do. He had close combat on this, which isn't one that I saw a whole lot in the tournament or people running. It is a good choice though. So now and I just take it out. I mean, literally my Marshtomp did so much work here that he just had a hard time against anything else. And then I bring out the Wish Cash. He he admitted he hadn't even thought about using these two, the water and water ground types at all. And so when he saw my lineup, and then when I hit him for super effective damage basically on everything, he realized his error. So here we go. This is the third round now. I'm going to bring for the first time my Medicham, because I feel like it has a good matchup here. So he brings Skarmory as a lead. I'm going to stay in with my Marshtomp and try to get his shields down, is the main reason I'm using Marshtomp. So he actually does not shield there. I used one shield. He has Brave Bird, which is actually not the best move for Skarmory. So we're going to keep hitting and see. I think I can bait a shield out here. He does use one shield. So we are tied with one shield. And both of ours are... he uses a second shield. I'm going to let Marshtomp die here. Or faint. Because I feel like that's the best move. Now it's a mirror match. But I have Sky Attack. My Sky Attack is now fully charged. He brings out Whiscash. I hit it with the Sky Attack right away. And so I do still have a shield, so I'm going to use it. That's one thing. You should really save your shields if you can. If you're about to hit on some damage or something like that, definitely use it. But otherwise, there's no reason to shield early. Now, Breloom is just going to go down. I don't even have to hit my charge move. I could have, but I knew at that point it's only going to take 4 moves to knock him down. So here we go. Marshtomp versus Skarmory as the lead again. I hit Mud Bomb to see if I can draw out a shield. He does not shield again. It's basically the same start. I hit another Mud Bomb. I'm trying to save that energy. There you go. He hit a shield that time. I hit a shield just to save it. Now, on my Skarmory, I am running dual moves, but the only reason for that is I didn't have a Charge TM, and I was hoping to get get Sky Attack on it. And so that's the only reason. You can see I have Brave Bird and Sky Attack, but I've only used Sky Attack because it's so much faster than it. Now, he used Aggron. This is the only person that I saw running Aggron in the whole tournament. The problem with Aggron is it is super bulky, which is good, but its attack is so low that it actually doesn't do anything. But it did have Thunder, which was an interesting choice. Would have knocked me out if I did not shield there. So good use of a shield because I wasn't sure what move he had. Let's see, he's going to hit me for Thunder, which is going to take down my Skarmory. But I have Medicham in the back, so we are in a pretty good place. I'm going to hit it with a Dynamic Punch because I know he has no shields left, and that's going to do the most damage. Oh wait, he had one shield left. My apologies. I should have hit it with an Ice Punch just to get that shield out of there as quickly as possible. He hits me with Mud Bomb, which doesn't do a whole lot. We hit with Dynamic Punch. We're going down. He's going down pretty quick. There you go. And that's why I was running counter on it, because I felt like that was a better move than Psycho Cut. Psycho Cut would have probably been better as far as energy gaining, but I felt like the counter was just doing more damage. I switch out to Skarmory here, and I know he can switch, which surprisingly, they do Seed Bomb. There's this. Oh wait, I did kill that Breloom. I'm surprised they didn't switch there. And this is the third round now, so we are into our third round battle. Currently undefeated. So now here is my Sky Attack against his Whiscash. I'm going to let that Mud Bomb, because it does almost nothing to me. And I shouldn't have used my other shield here. It was another Mud Bomb. So I've used my shields. They've used their shields. We're down to no shields apiece. But just hitting with Mud Bomb isn't enough. Whiscash definitely needs a secondary move that can do some damage in this situation. Oh, and I lose my... without doing my Sky Attack, which kind of sucks. But Medicham versus Marshtomp here with Dynamic Punch. I do have 2 Mons, so I'm in a pretty good place here. So we're going to hit a Surf. And I'm going to die. So there's the Dynamic Punch. Bye-bye. But I've got Breloom in the back. And there we go. With I think I was running it with counter on there. So right now, let's see. I'm going to pick the same team again. I've had pretty good luck. I do like Breloom is fairly decent in this tournament just because of the coverage options it gives. But I did have some problems with if I brought out Skarmory. If a Skarmory was brought out against me. So there I switch into Skarmory again, into the charge move. Surprisingly, she doesn't switch again. So we go in. I've got a fully charged Sky Attack versus Whiscash. So there we go. We hit the shield. I believe I'm gonna let that hit me because I know it's just Mud Bomb at this point. And I don't think as much damage as that doing. I'm not even sure it's a fully charged move there. So I'm just saving all my shields at this point. There's one shield that I've used. She's down to no shields. So there we go. And I'm going to go down. So I'm down, but Whiscash is down too. That was a double knockout there. So we got Marshtomp, Marshtomp. Their Marshtomp already has quite a bit of damage done to it. Or mine does. But I hit a bunch of Mud Bombs fairly quickly. I'm wondering if they have a water charge move. Because it's not doing... it seems like I'm getting to the charges faster. But I think I already had mine charged up as well. So there we go. That is another victory for us. We're 4-0. Here is the finals. This will be the last game. We are both undefeated at this point. This is the first time that I've seen a Gligar or a Glycerer. Blah, that was the wrong name. Anyways, he's got Aerial Ace on this. I use a Protect Shield on the first one because I wasn't sure what it was going to do. And then I hit the Mud Bombs as quickly as I can. He's down to no shields. I have one. I hit Surf. This is going to do quite a bit, I feel. And it does knock it out. So my Marshtomp gets the victory there, but just barely. We put a little bit of damage on Skarmory. Here's a mirror match of Skarmory now. And we get a little bit of lag here. But you can see it catches up. The game actually catches up whenever. So I do like Skarmory. It definitely was a dominant force. If you didn't have one on your team, I felt like you were at a disadvantage. And that's one thing that through this tournament, just having the right team, the right moves was almost more important. Now he switches out here to Magneton, which was a good choice. I switched to my Medicham. I know that can take out quite a bit. He's got Discharge on that Magneton, which I do have a Magneton on my team. You can see later, I don't have the right move on it, and that was one of my mistakes in this match. You can see we get a little bit of lag. He hits me with the Sky Attack. I've got just a little bit of health left. I get off my Sky Attack, and he is down for the count. That was the close match, but I do get the victory for the first round. Now the second round, I decide I'm going to change into my Magneton just to change it up a bit. See if I can get a victory with that. Now he starts off with his Gliscor again against my Marshtomp. So I hit it with Surf first because last time I hit it with... So I try to change up what I'm doing every time as far as hitting with different moves to see if I can get shields baited out. So he's going to hit me with a couple of Aerial Aces in a row because he's saved up that energy. That's one of the things I noticed with him. He did save up that energy quite a bit. And here's that second shield. And he's down to no shields. We use a Mud Bomb because I think that will knock it out. It does not, unfortunately. So my Marshtomp does go down before I can get rid of his Gliscor, but there it is. It's gone now, but we do have damage already on our Magneton and our Skarmory, which is a problem. I hit it with Magnet Bomb, which doesn't do a whole lot. I do use my last Protect Shield to save from that Discharge. And it hits me again with a Discharge. I hit it with a Magnet Bomb, which should knock it out. So the problem is, my Magneton was built to... And there's the problem right there. Zap Cannon killed me there because if I had Discharge on it, I would have knocked out his Skarmory. The match would have been over. Unfortunately, I had Zap Cannon and I just couldn't get to it fast enough. And now it is down to who can knock out who first. I am knocked out. I lose that round. So one more match. Here we go. I'm going to switch. Now, what I was thinking is he hadn't used his Breloom at all, and I had a fairly decent matchup. First thing he throws out is his Breloom, and I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. So I do quite a bit of damage to his Breloom, but then he brings out Magneton, which is a problem for me because I don't have an answer for that, and I can't switch right now because of that. So his Magneton does have the proper moveset on it, which was a game changer in this. As you can see, I'm just trying to protect my Skarmory, but it's going down fairly quickly. At this point, I have lost the match. There is no way I can overcome this because he has that Breloom in the back. Which is going to do a lot of damage to all of my Mons that I have left because I brought in Whiscash. So we did do quite a bit to it earlier, but boom, see how much C-Bomb does to that? And I'm just going to get hit again here, and there's nothing I can do. I should have saved a shield because he had one still, and there, I'm down. The game is over. The gig is up. We have lost, and that was the finals. So as you can see, it was a good matches all around. You can see the final scores here. So I finished with 4 points and in 4th because of that loss at the last round, and the winner did have 5 because he won all 5 rounds, with the first round being a bye because we actually had 17 people, so you got a bye first round. No big deal. It was a good match. Definitely what I've learned from that is we learned a lot just as far as having the right Pokemon with the right moves is very important. As you can see, that Zap Cannon cost me instead of having Discharge. Now Discharge is a legacy move, and that's why I didn't have it on my Magneton. So keep that in mind whenever you're building a team. If you've built a team looking at somebody else's or looking at some recommendations from other people, make sure it has the right moves. That's one thing going forward into the Twilight Cup I'm going to keep in mind, and just keep those things in mind. And I hope you guys enjoyed the recap of my Boulder Cup matches. And until next time, thanks for subscribing and thanks for following the channel.